Hello everyone, and now we are on episode 7 of Legends vs. Rookies, and for our first fight of the episode, we see Bear take on Gigabyte. Gigabyte is known for not being very good against bots with good ground game, but also Bear did mediocre in rookie bots where they went, 3-3, I believe they went 3-2 in their heat, and they lost in the first round to Vertigo. They were the 12th seed in the Rookie Bots tournament. And they were playing Gigabyte, and Gigabyte made it all the way to the play-in matches of Season 3 and lost. And so now they're both here, and we have to see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Great job by Gigabyte. Gigabyte might get a redesign. He's 4-4. Right now it is Bear getting Gigabyte on the screen, and Gigabyte they drive comes off. Now they cannot move. That's what powers all their robots. They're on their head. They cannot celebrate because how they move is gone.
10, 9,
the countdown has
8,
started. Bear
7,
will take
6,
a very
5,
odd but
4, 3,
a very good win
2,
for Bear.
1. That's a
This was
knockout.
definitely a win they needed. This fight began with a good hit by Bear, which sent them kind of spinning, and Bear put Gigabyte on the screws, and the screws got Gigabyte's driver for to move around off, and then eventually Bear, you can see it get Gigabyte on their head, but Gigabyte couldn't celebrate because their driver was gone. Up next, we see Fossilized take on Hammerhead. Fossilized was built by Ballistics Test Robotics, and Hammerhead was also made by Ballistics Test Robotics, where I made them from. And Fossilized did not very good in Rookie Bots. They went 1-4 in, I believe, D. And Hammerhead went 3-1, going to the round of 16 in Season 3, the tournament. And so now both these bots meet on this channel for the first time. Well, the first time. I don't know if it's the first time ever fighting on this channel either. But this will be a very interesting matchup. If Hammerhead can do some good damage, they could get off those forks with that hammer. They could pose some issues for Fossilized. If Fossilized can get under and in the match quickly or control it, then Hammerhead has no chance. So let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Good job by Fossilized controlling the Hammerhead already. Putting on the screws. Hammerhead on the screws. And they keep on the screws. Good job by Fossilized. Now Hammerhead is back up after being on their head. There's some hammer shots here, but not doing anything. They're just getting that jaw part of Fossilized. Fossilized goes on the screws again and gets Hammerhead out of the arena. This fight started off good for Fossilized. They got Hammerhead on the screws and kept them on the screws for the majority of the fight. And then Hammerhead put on their head, and then Fossilized on the screws again to get Hammerhead out of the arena. Up next, we see an interesting matchup in Bear taking on Blackout. Bear got its first win of the episode against Gigabyte, and Blackout went to the Season 3 play-in matches and lost. I believe the 3-bot Rumble Bloodbath made it out, and so they So now they're sitting at a 10-7 career record, which is not that bad. And for Bear, they're trying to get their 5th win of their career. They're sitting at 4 wins right now. So this will be a very interesting fight. It will be all about ground game, as most fights are. Let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Good shot by Blackout, getting that front part of Bear off. Now Bear doesn't have much of a ground game anymore, and they are on their side. But it looks like part of Blackout's weapon has broken off. Not a good sign. I think barely not really spin up anymore. They're trying to, but their weapons are mostly dead. But they get out. They're out anyways. What a good win for Blackout. First exchange was Blackout breaking off Bear's front leg. And then it was all Blackout. Blackout had an action shot on Bear. Bear never stood a chance after that first exchange. Despite Blackout, part of the weapon of Blackout breaking didn't matter, as Blackout got Bear out of the arena. Up next, we see Fossilized take on Claw Crusher. Claw Crusher did the best they've ever done on this channel. Nearly 3-1 the tournament as a 21 seed, losing to Nemesis in the first round. And Fossilized just got their first win again of their career against Hammerhead, a fellow Ballistic Robotics bot. And now they're taking on Claw Crusher. This will be a very interesting fight because they're both grabbers. So, all going to be about ground game and who has lower forks, who can get under consistently. Let's find out who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Both bots are going to kill each other out now. And now it looks like Claw Crusher with a gunner. Now it's Fossilized using that very good job. They also got an upgrade on that much stronger. They're putting Fossilized on the screws. Now the Fossilized is down. It's under. The other one of the 4 Fossilized. Now looks like Fossilized got Claw Crusher out of the arena using the screws. What a win by Fossilized. This fight started when Fossilized got under Claw Crusher, put him on the screws. Then it was Claw Crusher getting under Fossilized, breaking off one of the bigger forks of Fossilized. But then, in one last hit, Fossilized got under, used the screws, and then used that jaw to get Claw Crusher out of the arena to get the win. Up next, we see Hammerhead take on Bear. Hammerhead is now sitting at 4-3 on their career. And Bear just got their first loss against Blackout of the episode. And so, this will be a very interesting matchup. As we saw, Hammerhead already lost to Fossilized. So, Bear and Fossilized are basically the same, but a tiny bit different. This will be a very interesting fight. Hammerhead use that hammer better than they did against Fossilized. They can win this fight. But if Bear can do what Fossilized did in Control, they will win this fight. Let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Hammerhead is doing a good job of hitting Bear right now. But I think these could change in a jiffy. And it looks like it's a stalemate. Bear got under for a second, and Hammerhead using that hammer not very effectively. Gotta get the better shots here against Bear. They get Bear on the screws and use a hammer like a lifter to get Bear out of the arena. What a win by Hammerhead. This fight started off very interesting. Bear got under in the first exchange. And then it was Hammerhead, I believe, getting under. and putting Bear on the screws, and then using that hammer like a lifter to get Bear out of the arena. And for our next fight, we see Gigabyte take on Fossilized. Gigabyte lost in the first match of the episode to Bear, and then we see Fossilized go on a 2-win streak and win their first 2 matches of the episode. So now they're taking on Gigabyte, which this will be a very interesting matchup. I can see going either way, because if Gigabyte can get good hits on Fossilized, break off those forks, Fossilized can't do anything without those forks, and so it could go Gigabyte's favor in that way. But if Fossilized can control the match they've been doing, they can win this fight pretty easily. We'll have to see down in the pits who wins this fight. Let's head over there. Head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. And already a great shot by Gigabyte, breaking off 2 or 3 of those forks in one singular shot. And there goes the rest. Now Fossilized is defenseless. What some shots by Gigabyte. Gigabyte just ripped out all the forks in 2 or 3 shots. And now they use the screws and put Fossilized on their head. This fight is going in Gigabyte's favor as of now, but it could change in a matter of seconds. We'll see on this channel. And they're putting Fossilized on their head again. Another good shot by Gigabyte. Gigabyte is taking control of this matchup, and Fossilized cannot do much about it. And now they're on their head, making themselves right. That big jaw they have. And Gigabyte just landing shot after shot and putting on the screws once again. This is not going good for Fossilized whatsoever, as they have not been able to do a single thing for Gigabyte. At all. Fossilized self-rights once again, but barely does. And Gigabyte is having their way as Fossilized trying to figure out something, but they go for a spin. And now they're on their head. Once again, Gigabyte is taking full control of this matchup, and Gigabyte uses the screws to throw Fossilized out of the arena. What a fight. Gigabyte tore off most of the forks in one shot off of Fossilized. Then in the second shot, they tore off the rest of the forks, leaving Fossilized defenseless. And then Gigabyte had its way, putting Fossilized on the screws with no problem many times, and even on their head. Fossilized had no answer for this entire fight. And Gigabyte got shot after shot, with Fossilized not able to do much of anything. Gigabyte even set Fossilized spinning once or twice, and it was just all Gigabyte. I mean, Fossilized got on their head with a big shot by Gigabyte, and then Gigabyte used the screws to get Fossilized out of the arena. Up next, we see Claw Crusher take on Bear. Claw Crusher lost to Fossilized, and they played on this episode already. And so Claw Crusher is 1 loss away from getting the double-digit losses. Bear is looking for their 5th win of their career. And this will be a very interesting matchup, like Fossilized and Claw Crusher. Bear is very, as I said before, they're very similar to Claw Crusher, very similar to Fossilized. And so this could go either way. If Claw Crusher can get under, they can do some serious damage and control the tempo of this fight. But if Bear can get under, they can end this fight quickly or keep it going as long as they want. They have to consistently get under, or this fight could be back and forth. But let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Looks like Bear got under Claw Crusher early, and then looks like Claw Crusher got under. Now Bear got under, puts Claw Crusher on the screws. Great control by Bear. from the start, getting under consistently now on the Claw Crusher. Put Claw Crusher on the screws once again. Claw Crusher right now has no answer except going head to head with Bear. It's clearly not working for Claw Crusher whatsoever. Now Claw Crusher gets under consistently somewhat. They're struggling now to get under. Not for Bear. Bear's almost on their head. And they are. And they self-right. And they can. They get back onto the screws for by Claw Crusher. Claw Crusher doing a good job of control there. Getting the points. So now they're looking to end it using their jaw to get in the screws to get Claw Crusher out of the arena. Well, this fight was interesting. Bear got under in the first couple exchanges, and then it was Claw Crusher, surprisingly. They got under for about 3 or 4 exchanges, putting Bear on the screws, and even almost to where Bear could not self-right. But Bear found a way to self-right using that jaw and got back to be on their head right side up, and then Claw Crusher on the screws one more time before Bear put him on the screws and use a jaw to get Claw Crusher out of the arena. Now we see Blackout versus Fossilized, which if Fossilized wins this fight, this will be the last matchup of the episode. But that has not been the case for the last 2 episodes. So this fight could easily go to a plane. The winner gets in between Fossilized and Bear. So Fossilized has to beat Blackout, which Blackout already beat Bear pretty easily. And so this will be a very interesting matchup. I can see this fight going either way. Blackout has a very strong spinner. Fossilized, if they can get under, they can do some serious control, as we've seen. And so Blackout just has to be careful of those forks, and they have to rub them up so they can get under Fossilized easier. But if Fossilized can get under even a couple times and put Blackout on their head, they can win this fight, because Blackout, as we've seen, cannot self-right. And as we saw in the last fight, Blackout lost their weapon, so maybe Fossilized can make that happen once again. We'll have to see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Good shot by Blackout to start, and another shot ripping off 2 or 3 of the inner forks of Fossilized, or the outer fork, one of those 2. And Fossilized already struggling, but there goes Blackout's entire weapon. Blackout has no weapon. There was another fork of Fossilized, but Blackout has, I repeat, has no weapon. And there goes the last big fork of Fossilized. Fossilized down into their little fork, putting Blackout on the screws. Blackout can't do anything. Their weapon is fully dead. This is not good for Blackout whatsoever, as Fossilized is using that jaw to get under and get Blackout on the screws once again. Blackout has no way of getting under now, and Blackout's on the screws once again, with Fossilized controlling the tempo of the fight already, using that jaw mostly, those inner forks somewhat. They put on the screws once again. This has been complete Fossilized control, putting on the wall and using the jaw to get Blackout out of the arena. What a fight. Blackout got under as expected in the first couple shots, breaking off the inner fork, and then getting another good shot, breaking off another 1 or 2 forks, which all those bigger forks eventually broke off. But before that happened, it was Blackout's weapon that completely exploded, which most of this in this fight, they didn't have a weapon. They got under, and they ripped off the last of Fossilized big forks. But Fossilized did not give a crap about those forks, as they used their inner forks and their jaw, their big clamper, to get Blackout on the screws, and then use the wall, use their big jaw to get Blackout out of the arena. The next time I see you, it will be Legends vs. Rookies, Episode 8. See you in the next one. Bye!